Another video on Yoshikage Kira? What the hell is this? A damn good time to be alive, that's what this is. Every scene with this blonde-haired serial killer is an absolute godsend to our screens, and it's only fair that I talk about our first real look at this character during the Yoshikage Kira Just Wants a Quiet Life and Sheer Heart Attack arcs. So, without further ado, let's look at why they work. To start off with the first of the two arcs, I really have to praise it for how it gives us a good idea of Kira's character. While parts 3 to 6 of JoJo are structured very similarly and don't give us too many drastic changes from one part to the other, one of the best new additions to the formula that starts off in Diamond Is Unbreakable is the chapters we get every so often from a brand new perspective. Through the first half of the arc we see a bit of his mentality, and it's fascinating to see how this character blends into the normalities of his life with his sick, twisted hand fetish. A big part of Kira and what makes him so great is the fact that his objectives are pretty scaled back compared to, say, Cars and Dio's world domination, and seeing his daily occurrences reminds us of this. While these kind of scenes may just seem like Kira chomping down on a good sandwich, it's important to realise that he likes the same kind of thing that anyone else would, and if it wasn't obvious that he was an antagonist, he would just seem like a regular guy. The fact that the serial killer could be anyone is what makes him so scary, and part 4 nails it. When it comes to him chasing down the hand from the cast, it's very intense as at any moment it seems like a fight could kick off if he's found. This keeps us on the edge of our seat as we're wanting to see what Kira's going to do next. He's without a doubt one of the most unique antagonists in JoJo we've seen up to this point, as he doesn't actually seem to want to fight, so it's interesting to see where this entire situation could lead. The Shigechi confrontation is great for a number of reasons. I love the fact that throughout the arc it seems unclear whether Kira actually has a stand or not. He talks about getting rid of Shigechi, and we're not sure what his killing methods actually entail. When he does eventually bring out Killer Queen, there's been a lot of build up to this point, and it really adds to the entire scene, resulting in one of the best stand reveals of the series. The bomb power is a simple one for sure, but a slow realization dawns on us when we think about the implication this has. It is such a fitting ability for Kira as whoever he kills will just disappear, and we really have to fear for Shigechi as it doesn't look like he's going to get out of this one alive. The entire scene with Kira looking over Shigechi's damaged body is excellent at showing us just how terrifying this character is. He already deduces that Josuke and Okuyasu have stand powers, and his complete lack of empathy make it very clear that this character is going to be a threat to the cast because of his intelligence more than anything else. When Shigechi does die, I found it to be one of the saddest moments of the series. Sure, everyone hated Shigechi, me included, but in his final moments he threw away his selfishness and only wanted his parents to be alive. We might not care about this character, but there are people such as his parents that will, and that's what makes this so upsetting for me. Overall, I thought the anime did a great job of conveying this scene with some great acting and a magnificent soundtrack, and if you walk away from this feeling nothing, you may have a heart of stone. His death gave us a good idea of Kira's power and gave further reason to go after him from the cast, so there's really not much to complain about regarding it. I got to praise the anime because of the fantastic pacing when it comes to the second episode of the arc. The first half features the explosive finale and then ushers us straight into the intense beginning of the Sheer Heart Attack arc. There's no breaks in this hype train. The first half is pretty devoid of Kira since it's mostly Koichi and Jotaro, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is one of the few times that Jotaro takes center stage, and it's nice to see him show off his experience in deduction. The dynamic between the two main characters is similar to that in the Let's Go Hunting arc, but Koichi doesn't have the same trust in his partner's ability that Josuke had. He's probably the most inexperienced stand user, so it's good to see how he ends up trusting Jotaro more after he gets attacked by Killer Queen's second bomb in an effort to protect Koichi. The entire Sheer Heart Attack fight is also very good at demonstrating one of JoJo's key features, the lack of power scaling. Star Platinum could barely dent the stand, but Echo's Act 3 dealt with it pretty easily. It's also nice to see how any stand can be useful in the right situation. The rest of the arc really just builds upon the previous, helping to flesh out Kira's character. The quiet life aspect of his character is reinforced in scenes like the coffee situation and the stress relief beatdown he had with Koichi, as it's made very clear how much he hates attention. Hell, even fixing his socks adds to his character in small ways, and really does wonders for making us be invested in this villain. We also get our first instance of seeing how Kira's confidence is problematic for him, with Sheer Heart Attack being frozen and the glorious beatdown from Jotaro. It was a completely unexpected turn for the arc, and the Cinderella twist at the end was one of the most shocking ways for the situation to end. Nothing highlights Kira's determination to live a quiet life more than cutting his own hand off. So there you have it, that's why the two arcs work. They do a great job of introducing Kira's character, and get you excited to see what he's going to get up to in the next half of the part. Hell, I may even prefer this to the final fight, they're that good. Thanks for watching, folks. If you've got any suggestions for JoJo videos even outside of the Why It Works series, please let me know. I'll see you later.